In this video, we're going to be reviewing NIOXIN. I have purchased the 3-pack here of NIOXIN 2, which is for natural hair, progress thinning, light moisture. So we're going to try this out and see how it goes. I have actually washed my hair already and used the conditioner. So I'm going to tell you what I think about those. And I'm also going to put in the scalp and hair treatment for the first time. So let's do that together. Thanks for joining me here. My name's Helen. This is the Shrimpy McGee channel. As I said, I washed with the cleanser shampoo, and this is my hair completely air dried. I just wanted to show it to you guys. It's a little bit on the frizzy side. I have some thoughts. And then I use the conditioner. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these for at least a week. Make sure that I get 3 or 4 washes in so that I can give you a complete review about this. I have a whole grading system. I'm going to rate it at the very end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But just some initial thoughts off the top. Yeah, what I liked about this shampoo, and I purchased these actually, if you're based in Canada, I would strongly suggest Matt and Max, this company here. I am not getting sponsored to say this, but I use them for hair care supplies and they're just really good. I really like them. They send quickly and I always get what I want, and they tend to have prices that are a little bit better than elsewhere, so that's always nice. And who wants to go to a shop in these times, am I right? So off the top, I had to look at the ingredients in these two, and the two that stood out to me are peppermint oil and menthol, which means it is going to be pepperminty, and that's also in the conditioner as well, surprisingly. I was a little bit surprised about that. And salicylic acid in the shampoo. I don't believe it's also in the conditioner for level 2 here. Right, so this has salicylic acid in this. Salicylic acid is a common ingredient for acne products, for dandruff products. It's just a common skincare product. We're gonna see how we do with this. This makes claims that it is the #1 salon brand for thicker, fuller hair, and that you need to use it for 30 days. But I'm telling you, honeys, I'm not gonna be using it for 30 days if I don't like it. We'll just see. We'll see where we land on this. I have a really much beloved Holy Grail shampoo and conditioner that's highly moisturizing. It's not even specifically for hair loss or thinning hair. I just love it. So we'll see how I feel about this. I have a little bit of a story time for you though. NIOXIN is not new. This shampoo's been around for a long time. You can probably even tell they've really kind of a little bit old school in the way that they've sort of packaged these. Is nothing fancy. It's very utilitarian look to these bottles. This stuff has been around 20 years, I would say. I had a friend who purchased this. I think you had to buy it at like beauty supply shops, and I think you still do. That's mostly where you would get it. Although I have seen it at Marshall's, so you might be able to pick it up for a deal there if you're interested in purchasing it. She purchased it for her love interest at the time because he had thinning hair. We were in our early 20s because this was 20 years ago now. And I don't know what ended up happening because they split up. So I don't know if the NIOXIN ended up working for him or not, but I just thought I would note that this has been around a long time, specifically to address thinning hair and hair loss. When you smell these, the first thing you're gonna notice is a really strong minty scent. It's pretty powerful, and also in the conditioner as well. I was actually surprised that they made like a pepperminty smell with the conditioner, because peppermint as an ingredient, as a conditioner, is not gonna do much. It's not gonna give you really that tingling feeling that you get on your scalp because of the way that you use shampoo. It gives you a tingle, so I definitely experienced that. Definitely got a tingling scalp. It was definitely a slightly drier formulation, and I didn't feel that it glided really easily because it doesn't seem to have a lot of silicone in the shampoo. I didn't see any in the ingredient list. I could have been reading it wrong, but it doesn't glide very easily over the hair. Definitely felt like it was roughing it up, which is sort of very common in my experience for volumizing shampoos. They tend to dry out the hair a little bit to give it more volume. But I don't know why there's peppermint in the conditioner, because you don't put that on your scalp, and technically it would not give you a tingling sensation because you're using it from your mids, hopefully, to your ends. Don't put it up here. So I'm not sure what's up with that, other than the smells definitely complement each other and you're just layering them. And the conditioner was fine so far. I'll give you some more thoughts. You know, this is just an initial reaction to them. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Jury's kind of out on these. The thing that I wanted to do though was to put on this scalp and hair treatment together. So I had to look at the ingredients, and they're on this box. You don't actually have to open the box to be able to read them. And if you notice, this box actually has French and English. I don't know if you guys know this, but here in Canada, all our boxes have to have English, and our other official language is French. So that's always a giveaway that you're looking at a Canadian marketed product. It has French and English on, it has to have it on all of it. So what is in the scalp spray? It says scalp and hair treatment. Water, niacinamide, okay. So it definitely has silicone in it. So it says, because it says dimethicone, citric acid, on and on. Okay, these are a lot of ingredients on here. A lot of natural ingredients, which can be irritating to some people. So keep that in mind if you have really sensitive skin. I'm not not saying it will irritate you. I'm just saying it's possible. I chose to get the System 2 because I just felt like the System 1 is for lightly thinning hair, uncolored hair. And I thought, let's just go for it. Let's get the 2 because this is supposed to be for progressed thinning, which I feel like if you're gonna bother with NIOXIN, that's probably where you're at. Even though I myself don't, I have more like, I would say, light thinning to no thinning right now. I've done a really great job in regrowing my hair, and that's what this whole channel is all about, people. So hopefully you're sticking around, liking and subscribing for more of that information. Okay, so let's just go in with the scalp treatment now. First time using this ever. I have no idea how it's gonna pump out. It has this pump with this, like, I don't know, I feel like foam is gonna come out of here, so let's see. Oh, foam did come out of here. I was right. Okay, so I think you're not supposed to do it this. You don't put it in your hands first. I think you just go right in. This does not have a minty smell. No, it does. Sorry, I lied. It does have a slightly minty smell. It's definitely not as pronounced as the shampoo and the conditioner. Yeah, it feels okay going in. I don't know what it's gonna do. I will say if you have curly girl hair or if moisture and hydration is a concern, I'm not sure that these are the shampoos for you. I will keep using them and testing them. Even this does not feel like it's adding really any moisture into my hair despite having a silicone product that theoretically helps with breakage, stuff like that. Not feeling this, but it does feel like it's adding volume. So I'm trying to get close to the actual scalp, which I learned the hard way doing an Aveda Invati shampoo. That's another hair line for hair loss. Go ahead and check out that review. I'll be sure to link it up. This is adding volume, and that's pretty much what it's doing. I'm not getting any tingling sensation or anything like that. Yeah, that's added a lot of volume. I'm not the happiest with the way that this product so far has made my hair look with just an air dry. I feel it looks a bit dry and frizzy, and I definitely want to go back in and now add some serum or some sort of protectant to my strands to make them look a bit more moisturized because I'm feeling it's just the tiniest bit too fluffy. So we will see. Stay tuned for the second half of this where I'm gonna come back after I've used this for quite a while and give you an informed and detailed review. I have a whole bunch of criteria that I'm gonna mark this by, and then we're gonna give it this, the conditioner, the scalp product. It's sticky. That's actually leaving a sticky residue. We're gonna give this some full marks, so stay tuned for that. All right, everyone, I've been using NIOXIN shampoo, conditioner, and scalp treatment for well over the week that I said I would. You know, it says on the box you have to use it for 30 days, but I mean, really? I feel like by 4 washes, you know if a shampoo and conditioner is for you. And here's my hair, just air dried. I thought I would give you a real look at what it looks like without any other extra products or anything else in it. I think it looks pretty good. But if you would just listen for 1 minute, I would like to tell you guys about my Patreon page. If you could support me here on Patreon, that would mean so much to me. I know that not everybody is familiar with Patreon, so I'm just gonna describe it as best I can really quickly. It is a website where you can basically donate or pledge to support somebody for $5 a month is the lowest tier that I have. I wanted to make sure that this was affordable for everybody. So $5 a month gets charged either to your PayPal account if you have one or your credit card once you put that information in. It takes about like 2 minutes to sign up. It's really easy. And what that does is help to support and fund the work that I do here because I'm not sponsored. I don't take any sort of deals or anything like that right now. I have been approached by a few companies, but I don't like what they're trying to get me to sell to you guys. And that's not the route that I really want to go to because I just don't believe in a lot of the products that they're asking me about. So therefore I would not work with them because I just don't feel like that would be fair. I know that you all put a lot of trust in me. And so the most transparent way that I could think to ask for support was just to ask for it through something like Patreon, where I'll also be just providing you some fun content as well. I am actually a freelance writer, so I'll be writing some fun stuff over on there. If you want me to go into more depth about different shampoo things, I will do that. And I've got some gossip on there as well, so you'll want to go ahead and check it out. Just have a look at the page. I'll put a link down below and just have a look, see if it's for you or not. And another way you can support me if you can't commit to Patreon right now is just to buy me a virtual latte. So I will include a link for that down below, but just thanks for hearing me out on that. I know no one wants to hear these sort of mid-video advertisements, but it would help to support me if you do choose to even just have a look. That would mean a lot to me. Okay, so let's get on with the review. So let's just talk about hair loss and shampoo. If you even look at the NIOXIN box, it doesn't say anything about reducing hair loss or getting rid of hair loss. I just want you guys to know that there is just no scientific evidence that any shampoo on the market is gonna get rid of your hair loss. Hair loss is almost always, but not always, caused by internal factors. So you need to address those, and it's not necessarily the shampoo that you're using that's gonna help put an end to all of that. Although I have found if you do suffer from hair loss, some shampoos are better than others. So, and that's why people love NIOXIN. They hear good things about it, they like it, they use it, etc. So let's get into that. So I never talked about the price so far, and this package of, I mean, you can buy these things individually. I chose to buy the system, which is the shampoo, the conditioner, and the scalp treatment. And you can buy that for, I think the regular retail price is about $45, but you can also, if you do some web searching, you can find it for as low as like $30. I'll just tell you whether I think you should buy the whole system or not. I'll tell you right off the top, I do not. I think that the way to invest in this if you don't have a lot of money to spend on all these different products is the shampoo is great. The other two products I didn't find really did anything. The shampoo is lovely, so I would be happy to recommend that. The conditioner, honestly, any other conditioner I think you probably already have is just as good. A conditioner does nothing for your scalp, right? You don't put conditioner on your scalp, that's why. So any claims about hair loss that come with a conditioner, I mean, that's not even addressing the place where you lose your hair, which is your scalp. So anyway, I hope that that makes sense. Just talking about my own hair, I have slightly dry 2A, 2B hair, and that is 2A, 2B refers to the amount of wave that's in my hair. I don't have perfectly straight hair, have a bit of bend and wave into it, and it's looking pretty good here with this shampoo. I can't fault it. A little bit on the frizzy side, a little bit frizzier than with my usual Holy Grail shampoo, which leaves me with a beautiful moisturized effect. Definitely not getting that here. With this, I'm getting a bit of a frizzier look, but let's go through all the different criteria and make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. This shampoo, and we'll get into the different things, this shampoo kind of left me consistently with oilier roots and drier mids and ends. And this is something that will happen if you do not use a moisturizing shampoo. Any shampoo that sort of removes a lot of the oil from your scalp sometimes can put you in, at least in my case, in a bit of a cycle of every few days your hair will just be oilier than it normally would have been with something more moisturizing. Think about your skin when you're cleansing your face. Sometimes if you use something really strong and stripping, you ever notice the next morning your face is actually oilier because the next day because your skin has had to compensate for the lack of moisture. So I feel like that kind of happens with your scalp as well. If you remove all those oils, and sometimes you need to do that, what typically will happen is your scalp will make more oil. So I just want you guys to be wary of that. That did happen to me with this particular NIOXIN System 2 shampoo. All right, so let's talk about my criteria. Thickening. How did NIOXIN perform on thickening? It did a great job. Probably one of the best thickening shampoos that I've used so far, and I've used a great number of them, including Viviscal's, including Bumble and Bumble's stuff. If you ever use their products, I actually find their products a bit overpriced for what they are. I feel like their formulations have not really kept up for the price that they're asking. Maybe you've experienced differently, but definitely this NIOXIN did a good job for the thickening. I used an elastic band to put my hair in a bun yesterday, and those like really skinny ones for fine hair, and it exploded, not one but two. So I went upstairs, it blew up one elastic because they're just thin rubber, and then I had to go upstairs and get a second one, and it blew that one up too. So then I had to use a cloth covered elastic band. So it did a great job for thickening. Volumizing also did a wonderful job for volumizing. This is a lot of volume and a much more tamed look. If you guys know, if you've seen my mane and tail shampoo, that one gave me it gave me volume. It did, but it gave me super frizzy hair, and I'm not about that life. This one did a nice job of sort of balancing it. And I almost wonder, now that we're here talking about this, if I should have gone up from 2 to maybe the 3 or 4, because as I was reading the side of the box, and I'll show you what it says here, there's more moisture the higher up you go. So the higher up in number you go. So 1 and 2 are not that hydrating, but once you start to get into the 3, 4, 5, 6, that's for color treated or chemically processed hair, but also says there's more moisture. So maybe I should have gone for those ones and I might have got it perfect. And maybe I'll try those in an upcoming video. We shall see. Stay tuned, like, subscribe to all the things so that you see that if I do make one about those. Shine, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the shine that the NIOXIN delivered. I think my hair it's that nice balance between shine and cleanliness. And of course, the more stripping and thickening a shampoo is, often the more shine it will give you. This is what it looks like in your hand. If you guys are curious, it has this sort of this one anyway, has a sort of light green, clear color. It smells nice. Moisture wise, did not deliver really any moisture, so that's something to be aware of. I personally like to use a more hydrating shampoo. This will not be replacing my regular. Fragrance, it does have that pepperminty menthol smell that I told you about. The fragrance doesn't last though. Like I washed this morning and I can't say that you have any noticeable scent later on. So for those of you who are a bit sensitive to scent and you're worried about the peppermint, it doesn't last. So you won't be smelling that like the next day or the day after that. So I guess that's good or bad, just depending on how you choose to look at that. Softness, it did not deliver great softness, not gonna lie. It is not, and it's not meant to. This is not a moisturizing, the level 2 is not a moisturizing shampoo conditioner system. Not much, not terrible, not very, very crunchy feeling. And I have had shampoos that gave me a crunchy feeling, but not a terribly soft feeling either. So softness, somewhere in between. Cleansing power, wow. I mean, this really gets to your scalp. It will blast out probably everything that you've got going on. It's got those active ingredients like salicylic acid that is also used for acne. So it is gonna penetrate, and it definitely did the job. This would be a wonderful shampoo if you have a lot of gunk, or your hair is particularly oily or dirty, or you only wash once a week, which I don't suggest, but some people only do wash once a week. It's gonna do a great job in powering out all of the dirt. I liked it more than I thought I would. That's the bottom line. I really was skeptical. I thought it was very, not scammy, but I just thought there's no way this is gonna live up to all its claims, but it did a really good job. I have to hand it to the NIOXIN shampoo. We'll talk about the conditioner and the scalp treatment though in a second. Lather, powerful lather, a lot of lather. You get a lot of lather for a very small amount of shampoo. So if you're someone who loves a nice sudsy lather, this shampoo is definitely for you. Definitely delivers in that regard. Who's it best for? This is kind of a hard one. It's not the best for me. I need more moisture. I can definitely see it working really well for someone who wants a thicker looking hair, but doesn't want to overstrip their hair. So if that is your jam and that's what you need, definitely it's going to do that. If you want some more volume than you normally have, it's definitely going to do that. Probably if you have fine hair that's on the oily side, probably is going to be good for that. Or if you have thick hair that tends to be dirty and is hard to wash, I think it's going to be good for that too. I think that probably, you don't even have to have hair loss concerns. This could be a shampoo for all the adults in your family. I certainly don't see why not. Anybody could use it as far as I can tell. So let's give the shampoo a grade. This is kind of a hard one because I've got to grade it sort of on the price and I like to balance it with all the other things. I'm going to give this a solid B+, which for me is a pretty high mark. I've tried to be really tough on my shampoos and conditioners here on this channel because I don't want you to buy. I'd rather you buy it and be a bit happier with it than me say it's an A- shampoo and you decide it's really not. So I'm gonna give it a B+, which is a very solid mark. I think it delivers on the promises. It doesn't deliver anything for hair loss. So if you think it's gonna stop your hair loss, shampoo does not stop hair loss. I hate to be the one to break the news to you, but it will definitely deliver on the fullness, the thickening, and I don't think you'll be sorry if you buy just the shampoo. I have some other thoughts about the conditioner. Let's move on to that. The conditioner's weight. It is a very lightweight conditioner. You probably don't need to buy this conditioner. I'm gonna be very honest. Let's go through the other criteria. The weight of it is perfectly fine. It feels really nice in your hands. It smells pepperminty as well. I don't really have a lot of good things to say about it. I just don't think it's anything special. Texture on dry hair. It doesn't really coat my hair very well, and so that would be my issue with it. So it's not super effective. I almost feel as if I didn't condition my hair at all, and I use what I think to be an adequate amount. You shouldn't need a ton of conditioner for it to be effective. If it isn't, that probably means it's just not that good of a conditioner. My preference is actually the Viviscal conditioner. I think that they make a nicer, I don't like Viviscal shampoo, but their conditioner smells nice. It is lightweight and I believe leaves your hair a little bit softer. This is a little crunchier than it should be considering that I've used conditioner. How much do you need? I used the same amount equal to the shampoo and that wasn't quite enough. So I think you probably need a bit more conditioner to the amount of shampoo that you need. And so that is a bit of a problem. That means you're going to be using up your conditioner faster than you're going to be using your shampoo. Probably maybe double the amount of the shampoo would have probably done a better job. I never bothered with that though. I just wanted to just try it as I thought it should be used to give you guys a good review. But who's this best for? I can't recommend this conditioner actually. It's fine. Like, it's adequate. If you buy it because you're set on getting the whole system, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It didn't do anything bad to my hair, but it just didn't really deliver on any of the promises that the shampoo made good on. Best for anybody could use it. There's nothing wrong with it. I can't say that it's gonna be great for really dry hair. I don't think it will be. Maybe if you just don't have dry hair, that would be the best use for it. So I'm gonna give the shampoo based on its price tag and based on the promises it says on it, like a C-. Like, it's just very, very average, slightly not even average, just like that little touch below average. I think that you could spend your money better and find a conditioner that is really gonna deliver. And I would suggest maybe just buying the shampoo. Maybe just buy the shampoo, don't bother with the conditioner. And I'll talk about the scalp treatment now. So let's go and get that. The scalp treatment, I'll just put on a little bit now, comes out foamy like this, and you saw me put this in, and that never really changed, but what I didn't realize when I first put it in is it leaves a bit of a crunchy cast on your hair, and who wants that? I don't want any crunch up here, and it left for me a bit of stickiness. But not only that, it remained in the hair almost as if I had put gel or something or mousse in my roots, and I'm really not about that. I don't think it did anything for the look of my hair. I don't think the active ingredient is gonna do, which is niacinamide, I think is what we had looked at, right? Don't think that did anything, does anything. Some people love this stuff, but I just can't recommend it because I don't feel like it did anything. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest necessarily purchasing this. I just don't think that you need this. As you guys may or may not know, I use Rogaine and minoxidil, which has an actual active ingredient, which is minoxidil, which does help with hair growth. People say you need to use these things for 30 days, so that's the claim from NIOXIN. Why do they say that? I really don't understand. What's gonna happen in 30 days? It's not enough to actually get a lot of hair growth. It's not enough time to really stop hair from falling out. It's probably a good amount of time to stop breakage happening, maybe if you're coating your hair. But the best thing you can do for breakage is just not brush this way down, brush from under upwards, and you won't have as much breakage. It's very simple. And the other problem is this stuff kind of dries out your hair a bit, so don't be surprised if you actually get more breakage in using it. All that said though, I rate this, this is a hard one. It doesn't do anything for the money, so I'm just gonna give it a D, maybe even an E. I don't know, it feels nice, I guess. It smells okay, it's sticky, it leaves a coating. It's not gonna do anything for my hair loss. I cannot tell you to purchase this in good faith, but I think the shampoo is good. There you have it, guys. I hope that was helpful. And thank you so much for watching these. Don't forget I have other shampoo videos here. I have one on mane and tail. I have one on my favorite Holy Grail shampoo and conditioner. And I have one on Aveda and Vati, which I know is another one for the hair loss community that people are interested in. So go ahead and watch those. Those are my thoughts on NIOXIN. I hope that was helpful. Thanks so much for spending your time here with me. We'll see you soon.